This is the place he was talking about.
That's the boat the woman used to get away.
So, you two are really going to go through with this?
Yes.
This is not just about Jill, but the Ouroboros project as well.
I guess there's nothing I can do to stop you. I will call HQ and try to get the withdrawal order rescinded. I will also try to get you back up. Try not to get yourselves killed.
Welcome back to my S-Rank walkthrough for Resident Evil 5, my friends. This is chapter 4.1, it's called The Caves, because we're standing inside a giant cave, so it makes sense. We just defeated Irving in the previous chapter and now we're going to track down Excella, the next minion that we need to defeat. In this chapter, we're going to pick up the grenade launcher, a very good weapon for you to have, even though there's not a lot of ammunition that you can pick up for the grenade launcher during the game, but you can buy it, so that makes up for it. And these enemies can be disposed of with a single flash grenade. I'm not going to use a flash grenade right now since it's just a few of them, but they appear in groups most of the time, so if you use a flash grenade you'll dispose of them very quickly. And you can also get a trophy for doing this. There are 3 BSAA emblems for us to collect. That's the first one. And we can also pick up a lot of new treasures during this chapter.
Take it, Roger.
Make sure you get that sapphire as well. I think it's a sapphire, yes it is. And now we're going to climb back up. Ignore these few parasites because they can follow you up the ladder, so there's no point in fighting them. And you'll save up some ammunition. And there's a lot of treasures for us to pick up as we head down. But there's going to be an army of parasites, but nothing that a flash grenade can't handle. Here they come. There we go. As you can see, you get a trophy for doing this. Pick up the other sapphire. And now we can head toward the next area. I would just ignore the remaining parasites, you can just avoid them. But there's another treasure here for you to pick up. And let's just hope Sheva makes it to the door. As per usual, they wait for you to leave before they attack, so as soon as you reach the door you're fine. Now we're going to get another BSAA emblem. It's right there in the bottom. There we go. This chapter is pretty good for you to collect a bunch of treasures and then sell them, and then restart the chapter and just collect the treasures again. You'll make lots of money that way, and then you can upgrade your weapons. I have a bad feeling that inside those bags you'll find human bodies. I don't know what's up with the Magini. They really do like to sacrifice people a lot. I don't know why Chris simply didn't grab that pillar and threw it back at the Magini. I mean, this guy can punch boulders, he can pick up a pillar as well. But anyway, Sheva's going to provide cover, and I don't trust the AI, so I'm not expecting a whole lot from the AI. But anyway, we're going to dispose of all the enemies here. Take care of that guy with the crossbow, because those projectiles that he fires at you deliver heavy damage. And there's going to be a few more. Be careful, because there's one Magini who will come from behind to try and catch Chris off guard. And Sheva did what I didn't want her to do. She shot one of the Magini in the head. One of them will always turn into a Cephalos, but just use a flash grenade and you'll be fine. Otherwise, just use your sniper rifle. 3 bullets should be enough to finish it off. And I'm just going to get rid of my incendiary grenades here, because I don't need them and it will weaken the enemies. Remember that the Wasteland Magini can jump, and as such you need to always be ready to dodge their attacks. And now Sheva will join Chris. Actually, Chris is probably very mad at this point. The side effect of the roid rage, but anyway. Give Sheva the herbs, because you know that she will need them sooner or later.
You grab it.
Okay.
You grab it.
Roger.
Take it.
Roger.
Go!
Roger.
Doesn't seem like that guy had a very nice death, does it? And now we're going to keep moving down. Be ready to press square, otherwise you might just break your neck.
Okay.
And get ready, because here they come. This is another trap where a bunch of enemies appear, and it's hard to avoid taking damage during this segment. I can tell you for a fact that Sheva will take damage, I mean, I have no doubt about that. But that's her own issue. Actually, it's my issue as well, because I might have to go and save her. She's out of ammo, so hopefully she would move close to Chris, but I guess not. I do have her in attack mode, so that's part of the reason. Yeah, I need to use a shotgun here. The M3 is probably my second favorite weapon in this game. I just love using it for crowd control. Be careful, because this Magini will try and surprise you. And there's the other one. And Sheva decided to run in the opposite direction, because why not? And as a result, she's getting a beating. And Yeah, it really is frustrating sometimes. She doesn't even bother to try and avoid the enemy. She just stays there. Oh goodness. About time.
Thanks.
Look at that, she didn't even thank me for healing her. I guess in her mind she's probably pretty upset that we didn't do anything to help her, but I mean, what can you do? Still, it's nice to see that even so many years after this game was released, and even with the HD port, they didn't bother to fix the AI at all. In fact, maybe it's nostalgia or something, but I think the AI is even worse than it was before. You can use the sniper rifle to dispose of a few of these enemies. It will just make it easier when you head down. It's always annoying when you can't pass through the side of the enemy because there's a wall, even though there's plenty of space for you to run through it. The game doesn't allow you to move between the enemy and the wall, and you get stuck and you can't go for the neck breaker. Instead you have to go for an uppercut, which isn't nearly as effective. I don't know why Chris is struggling to push that handle. I mean, can't weigh more than a boulder, right? Okay, so now we need to reach the exit before the door closes. Obviously that's easier said than done because you have these balls of fire, and if you get hit with one of them, you'll instantly enter a dying state. Have Sheva attack so that she can go around and collect a few items as well, otherwise this will take even longer than it needs to take. And the next area is going to be a little bit of a puzzle. You have to travel back and forth a lot, and it's easy to get lost, and it's much easier to do it with a human partner if the human partner knows where he or she needs to go. With the AI, well, you'll just have to babysit the AI. Oh look, let's step on that very well placed trap, because obviously it has to be a trap, but of course that doesn't stop Chris and Sheva from stepping on it, because why not? You see something on the ground that looks like a trap, you're not going to step on it unless you're a character in Resident Evil. Then you are going to do it, because why not? And of course, epic diving, because why not? This is an action game after all. I think it would have been more fun if when they both jumped they would hit their heads together and just fall on the ground and get trapped inside that room.
Sheva!
then Chris could just punch the wall and break it and get through it. I mean, it would work as well. Okay, this is the maze area, and once you memorize the path, it's not too bad. The main issue here is the fact that you'll battle a lot of enemies at one point, and you know what that means with Sheva, or Chris if you're playing as Sheva. The AI will mess up, and at one point both you and the AI will be separated. So if the AI enters a dying state, you might be in trouble. Still, this first part isn't too bad. And before I forget, I actually need to get the last BSAA emblem in this chapter. It's right over there on that wall. They are very well hidden for the most part. And now let's head down. And you'll go through here and go down the steps. First let's break this jar, because you know there's always something inside these jars. And we're going to pick up the grenade launcher. Very good weapon for you to have. And later on we'll pick up some flash rounds.
Come on.
Order Sheva to stay here so that she can pull that lever, and we're going to move to the other side. I actually think I could have taken a little detour here, but it doesn't matter. Even if we don't get an S rank in time, in clear time, we'll get an S rank in everything else, so it will be fine.
Come on.
Okay.
And whenever you push one of these statues, there's going to be a gemstone for you to pick up. Now we can climb up. We're going to push the next two levers. And unfortunately from this point on things won't be so simple, because there will be enemies. First let's get that treasure. And now we can keep going. Be careful with the Magini with bows, because they will fire projectiles at you. So dispose of them first and then worry about the remaining Magini. There we go. Whenever you can, go for the neck breaker, but if there's a lot of them, and there will be a lot of them, use the shotgun to do a little bit of crowd control. See, that's quite a lot. Fortunately, they're momentarily stunned. When you go for the neck breaker, the other Magini that are close to you will be stunned for a little bit, so you'll have plenty of time to go for the neck breaker.
be reckless.
Thanks for the help.
It always irritates me whenever the AI says, "Don't be reckless," after taking a bunch of damage. But, well, what can you do? By the way, a well-placed shot in between the eyes of the shields with a sniper rifle will instantly defeat the Magini with shields. So that's a strategy that you can use. Let's get rid of that guy. These guys are quite resilient. Just gets to a point where you just don't have any more patience.
You grab it.
Okay.
But now we can keep going. And we're going to take care of the next two statues.
Sheva!
Roger.
And now you can either tell Sheva to go ahead and take care of the other lever, or you can order her to stay here and push that one. Either way, she's going to be in trouble if she's being controlled by the AI, because sadly there's just going to be a lot of enemies, and unless you give the AI a really powerful weapon, which I could have done that, but I don't want to waste the ammunition, the AI will be in trouble. And there we go, Sheva's already in trouble, because why not? You might as well tell Sheva to come down and join you, because if she stays up there, you'll have to babysit the AI, and at the same time you need to watch out for the enemies that come after you. So this is the truly hard part of this chapter. Let's get rid of this guy because he's very dangerous. It's always annoying when you hit them in the knee and they don't get stunned. Go, Sheva. This was bound to happen.
Thanks, partner. Thanks, partner.
Let's at least get rid of the parasites.
Use this.
Take it.
Roger.
That didn't necessarily go according to plan, but, well,
Thanks.
we're good.
Take this.
I'll get the other chain.
Come on!
Of course, now we need to wait for the AI to go back up and reach the lever,
Okay.
Come on!
Okay.
and that will take a while.
Hurry!
It's particularly annoying because for some reason sometimes the AI decides to stop for a little rest, take a little break, and that drags things out even longer. But oh well. That's really why Resident Evil 5 is so frustrating at times, especially on the harder difficulties.
Come on!
If it was just one character, it would be so much easier to control everything and avoid taking damage. Unfortunately, on professional difficulty, every time your character gets hit, even if it's just once, they will enter the dying state. So as you can imagine, having to take care of the AI really makes things complicated because the AI will be permanently in a dying state, and that's why things are so complicated. Anyway, we're going to place a proximity bomb here on the ground so that we can take care of the next boss and have the flash rounds prepared and your shotgun. We're going to use both of them and push this lever and get ready for another fight.
Sheva!
Roger.
Okay guys, and sadly I had to restart this boss fight because the most wonderful thing happened. After the boss detonated the proximity bomb, I tried to get behind the boss to shoot its tail, but for some reason Chris got stuck between the boss and the wall, even though there was plenty of space to run, and as such I had to restart. And apparently when you restart, the proximity bombs that you placed on the ground disappear. It's a flaw in the game for sure, and as such I had to improvise here a little bit and wait for the enemy to get stunned. But once the enemy gets stunned, as long as you get behind it with the shotgun and shoot it a few times, it will be enough to defeat it. This Popo, I'm going to call it Popo because I can't pronounce the full name, but this Popo is much weaker than the first one that we battled. And now let's get out of here and we'll be reunited with an old friend slash enemy, frenemy.
The preparations are almost complete. Then we can leave.
Good.
You know, I was surprised Las Plagas was such a success. When you first arrived, I had my doubts. And now Ouroboros is complete.
Your position at Tricell is secured.
Oh, I have my eyes set on something much bigger. You'll be needing a partner, right? Someone suitable to join you in your new world. I believe I've proven I'm worthy, haven't I?
Perhaps you have.
The BSAA are here. It appears your old friend, Chris Redfield, has come to pay you a visit. Do I sense concern?
The plan is in its final stages. I will not tolerate delays.
Appearing of creating a new world genetovirus. I was to become a god.
That right is now mine. I believe I should thank you, Spencer.
It was very nice to see Wesker for the first time in this game. Of course, he's the mastermind behind all of this. But that's going to be it for this chapter, my friends. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later for the next part. Take care.